Alright, so in this tutorial, I'm just going to do a quick rundown on MyFitnessPal. We're going to be using this to track your nutrition and your weight. So if you haven't already, just go ahead and download MyFitnessPal onto your phone. The app looks kind of like this on the logo. It's going to take you through some setup questions, so like a goal, it'll ask for your current weight, your goal weight. Try not to take too much time on all of that because we're going to be giving you your goals anyways. Really, the only number from this screen, this is your diary screen, the only number you're going to need to look at is this one right here, the food. That's going to be an estimate of your total calories for the day. It is an estimate because MyFitnessPal doesn't always do the best job counting up the calories from the macros, the carbs, protein, and fat on the food labels. So you can use this to judge kind of where you're at for the day, but I'll show you here in another video how to get your exact calories from the macros. But anyways, from the diary screen, if you see this, little plus sign down here at the bottom, you can click on that to record your weight in the mornings. So after you step on the scale, get your weight, come click this little button. It'll pull this up. You can click on this little purple sign, enter in your weight for the morning, and it'll bring up this cool little chart, which you'll be able to see trends in after you've been recording for a while. And then if we go back down to diary, down here, we'll bring this screen back up. So to add food to our diary, we can click on that plus sign again, that big blue plus sign down here, or you can go over to this little add food button. You can also click on these three little dots to copy food from another date. So let's say we're having the same breakfast today as we had yesterday. If we've meal prepped for the week, you can just copy from a date. You can copy your lunch from breakfast if you wanted to. But once we click on this add food, we can go in and type the food in, or you can click on this little barcode scanner here, whichever way you want to do it. And then once you've typed it in, you pick out one of these, click on it, and you can adjust your servings and all that good stuff. I would suggest picking out foods that have the option to change it to 1 gram. So if a serving is typically 32 grams, let's say we poured 38 grams into our bowl, and we're trying to be exact. So if we change this to 1 gram, we can just change this to 38. So that way we don't have to sit there and try to figure out, okay, I had 1 point, however many servings. Just makes it a little bit less complicated. All right. So if you were going out to eat somewhere, maybe you went to Subway and you needed to create your own food off of a food label, or let's say you couldn't find it in MyFitnessPal and you needed to create your own, you can go here to add food first, and then it's going to bring up this screen. So you click on the My Foods tab, and then you can hit Create a Food here, and then it's going to bring up a screen that looks kind of like this. So if, let's say we're going to use my Subway example, I type in Subway for the brand. Ooh, you can go back. I type in Subway for the brand. For the description, I usually try to do a little more descriptive than that because I typically order the same things. And then I can use this food entry again later. For the serving size, make sure you put in some sort of metric here. You can do grams, you can do sub, you can do package, bottle, whatever. And then once you're finished with that, it's going to bring you to this screen. So we can use our nutrition labels to get the calories, the fat, the carbs, and the protein. So those 4 are the only things that we're going to worry about. Don't worry about all this stuff. Let's just keep the main things, calories, and then our 3 macronutrients. All right, so once you're done, you can hit the check mark up there at the top, and it'll add this Subway sandwich to your food journal. It's not on this one, but it would show up as Subway. All right, so if we want to review our macros for the day, we would click on the bar across the top. That's the easiest way to get there, just to click on this. And then it brings you over to this screen. Make sure you're on the Nutrients tab here. The only thing, like I said, that we're going to worry about is the protein, the carbs, and the fat down here. And in another video, I'm going to show you how to add these together to calculate your exact calories for the day. But that's all for this one. This is just kind of a basic rundown. If you have any questions, just reach out. I know that was super simple, and there's a lot of things you can do with MyFitnessPal, so definitely play around with it a little bit.